A very good evening, our viewers of Elkem TV. You welcome to the sports edition as usual. This is the West Nile Ambassador Andama, the great sports messiah. I hope for all the followers and people who have been following us right from that 2023. We are now in 2024, January 9th. Actually, I hope everything is moving on well, but for actually, all the Ugandans on sad note that we have been in a position to lose one of our best doctors here in the county with the names of none other than Dr. Abiriga Gino, who has been the acting DHO of Masindi District Local Government. He had only served for 1 year. That's when he was actually put in that position, appointed by the appointing authorities here in Masindi. Unfortunately, he met his death. That was this week on Sunday. It was not able for him to continue, and 2024 began on sad note by unknown assailants who actually killed him, and the body found dumped with a lot of multiple wounds on his chest, just 7 meters away from the site where he sleeps. So may his soul rest in eternal peace, and the body shall be put to rest. That will be on Friday in Marata District, West Nile. And today in the council or district admin, people came and converged in for prayers as they pay the last visit to that's our hero, Dr. Abiriga Gino, who has actually served the nation with one heart. May his soul rest in eternal peace. So we shall start with our sports. As usual, local sports scene here, we saw in 2023 a number of games played in different leagues, friendlies, and Christmas Cup were organized, District DFA Cup. We saw all those matches being played, and also Uganda Cup, Stanbic Cup, that was also played between one of our teams, that's here in Masindi, based in Masindi here, St. George and Dove Football Club. Indeed, they represented Masindi, and the finals were played around in Hoima District. That was played there in Hoima District, and Dove were crowned champions of Uganda Stanbic Bank. People were asking, the finals were played within those teams of Masindi. They didn't understand what that meant. Actually, this was Albert region, that's Albertine region, Kitara region. Yeah, actually, the teams were picked from this. We saw in the semi-finals, Dove Football Club beating Kagadi United by 2-0. And then St. George beat, that was Kiriandongo United. That is they beat them by, that was in penalties. In penalties, after playing a goalless 1-1 draw, that was in a semi-final. So Dove were crowned the champions after beating St. George. Their neighbor, actually, they are all based here in Masindi, but the finals were played in Hoima. They beat them in penalties 2-1 after 90 minutes goalless draw. That was 0-0. So now they are going to take two teams to represent Albertine region. Automatically, Dove, the champions, have qualified with St. George. Then they are waiting for the round of 64, where the fixtures shall be drawn, and they go and represent, that is our Bunyoro region and Masindi at large. I think that has been a very big achievement for us, the football fraternity here in Masindi district. We like and let's appreciate and give them a lot of support where we see them being driven to that level. It is not easy. Actually, people have been wondering how Dove has become a problem in Stanbic Uganda Cup final amidst being performing poorly in this region, especially Kitara region, where they actually played 6 consecutive draws. They have never won any game. They are just playing draws. People are asking themselves, what has happened with the Dove this time around? They are not interested in any win. They are not interested in lose, but they are only playing draws. 6 games draws. We don't know, the next one may also be draw, because they drew with St. George. That was in the final of Uganda Stanbic Bank. So Dab, I think they are the kings of draws this season. Maybe, you never know, if the league could be like, maybe they go for penalties. I think Dab could be now playing draws and they go and win in penalties. So they need to improve seriously. That is not actually very good for them when it comes to issues of playing in the regional league. Yeah, they are not performing well, though they were crowned the champions of that Stanbic Uganda Cup. That's 2024. That's Kitara region, where they actually emerged the winner against that St. George Masindi-based club here as Pride of Bunyoro. So that is briefly between Dab Football Club and St. George. And also we saw several games that were played in Uganda Premier League. Kitara are playing up against that is Bright Stars here in Masindi Stadium. Indeed, turn-up was average. I think people got some demoralization due to the other previous game where Kitara lost it by 2-1. Yeah, it happens. Kitara lost it. That was to Busoga United. Yeah, Kitara lost it by 2-1, but some fans were a bit demoralized. Football is like that. You don't just expect win-win situation. Yeah, there is always a draw, there is a lose, and there is always a win for the one who will emerge victorious during that time. So Kitara United, they actually performed very well whenever they are at home. I think they only lost to Maroons when they came and banged them 1-0 here. They banged them 1-0. Yes, so Kitara only lost here at home to Maroons Football Club. That is a prison-based team from Luzira. So they came here. Aneku came and scored a very bright and very brilliant goal for that is Maroons Football Club. That was the time when Kitara registered their first lose. But since then, here at home, they have been performing well and at least winning most of their games. And indeed, they did not disappoint or embarrass the fans when they came and met last weekend. That was Bright Stars by beating them by 3-1. We appreciate and congratulate all who turned up in a big number to actually watch that game. We saw here on their actual post, they collected 33 million. I think fans turned averagely, and indeed that is the support which we are supposed to be giving to our clubs, right from that division level, regional, and also some of those who are just playing their qualifications in divisions. Yeah, when you come as fans in a big number and support, it will be kind of motivation. You know, money cuts across, and that money which you give as a support or token shall help them build up, they do some kind of development, they pay players, they do a bit of some other things out of that money. So that's one of the things that normally affect most clubs here, not only in Africa but also across the world. You know, financial issues cut across, and we do see financial fair play rule. Players spending a lot of money may be going for transfers, but you may find that putting money for their welfare is always a problem, and in such ways you find a club performing poorly, and it is always a problem to most of those newly promoted clubs. It is not always common with some of those big traditional and big clubs that you see outside. We do see some time back Manchester United being one of the traditional clubs facing such challenges of finance. We also saw it happening with Chelsea, but they spend a lot of money when it comes to transfer windows. They spend a lot, but you may find that some workers still complain of their payment and whatever. So when fans do come like this and give a support to clubs like Kitara, clubs like St. George, clubs like Dab Football Club, so that will be a bit of motivation, and the management shall always be happy when such things happen. But when you don't give support and you expect them to deliver, I think that will be unfair. We we should always see that we give them maximum support and do what is required to ensure that they continue with their performance, or if they have been performing well, or else if they have been performing poorly due to financial challenges, so that they can really improve on what they have been doing. So that has been Kitara. As we talk now, they're in third position. Kitara is in third position with 30 points because Vipers managed to win their last game. They won it and they have 31 points. They are ahead of Kitara with only 1 point. So Kitara is not performing badly. I think by next time, since that has been the last game for the first round, when they bounce back for the second round, there will be some improvement, and maybe our prayers as fans of Kitara here in Bunyoro is to ensure that they finish either in the first or second position, because the main objective for this year for them was to ensure that they at least finish among the big fours here in Uganda Premier League. So Kitara, we don't blame them, and what they are doing is very tremendous, and they will continue performing well. Well, another team that has actually been performing well this season that has impressed me has been Express. That's Express Mukwano Gwabanji. That's their nickname. They went actually to Arua and managed to beat the struggling, or that's Arua Hills, by 1-0. Though both teams got red cards. That was the captain of Arua Wahab also got red card, and also Express's Washua was given a red card. So it was all balanced. The sciences equation was balanced, and indeed they managed to win that game by 1-0. And the Livingston Mbabazi, after leaving Arua Hills, crossing to that's the Vipers Sports Club, right now I think he's improving. Though Vipers chased their coach, that was the white man who was actually brought here, and some of you saw him when Kitara beat, that was KCCA. Yeah, actually Vipers also came in, they chased their coach. It was they said, well, for all these years, we have stayed for 2 years, we have never gotten any loss on our stadium here at St. Mary's Kitende, but it was unfortunate that it was the first lose for us against Bull Bidiko. They beat them by 3 goals to 2, and then they sacked their coach. So it was like an open transfer window for coaches to be sacked, especially those big teams down there in Kampala. Vipers did so, KCCA did so, and then the one for Arua Hills, after seeing their poorly performing, decided to leave the club and said, enough is enough, let me also go and find my level base and find for me a club where I will fit. So as we talk now, Arua Hill, they are actually trailing on the table. They are down there on bottom of relegation. They are the last in the 16th position, and I don't see any miracle for Arua Hills to do in the second round, though they will start it next month. But they have been performing poorly and poorly. People expected them to perform, but we were talking about financial challenges and also some administrative issues in Arua Hills. Some of their star club players decided to leave the club and went for greener pastures, and also some people who have been supporting them financially decided to pull out. You know, whenever there are a bit of cracks in your club, and also mismanagement and fans base, also misunderstanding comes in, definitely that will be an open way for the club to start performing poorly. We pray that those clubs should actually next time recover their lost glory, especially Arua Hills, who was one of the leading teams here in Uganda Premier League after Onduparaka was relegated down there to big league. Even as we talk now, they are performing, they are not performing well. They are in 6th position. That's Onduparaka. They were the first team ahead of Arua Hills. They all come from the district of Arua, but also those fans were not actually okay. They were attacking one another. Arua Hills fans, they were attacking the ones from Onduparaka. That's how everything came in. And as we talk now, Arua Hills will not survive relegation this season, and they will join their fellow Onduparaka, who are actually in big league, maybe unless otherwise Paraka performs well, they may be promoted to Premier League Uganda. And then Arua Hills again starts from Big League. Down there comes maybe that will be in 2025 to play Uganda Premier League. So those are some of the challenges of finance that can affect the club. So we are seeing our clubs here. We do need to support them critically to ensure that they deliver what fans require and also what their funders need from them. So that is basically in Uganda, a Premier League and a Big League that we have been witnessing last week. Teams are performing very well for those who are actually managed well, and for those who are still struggling, I think they have to improve and ensure that next time they deliver accordingly to the what fans really desire from them. Straight away, going to, that is the Uganda international friendlies, Uganda Cranes. I think the organizing, since they failed to qualify for this AFCON 2024, that is kicking off on Saturday, that is 13th there at Ivory Coast, between the Ivory Coast host will open it with the Guinea-Bissau, and they will open it with the Guinea. So Uganda, since they failed to qualify, then they say, we need to organize a friendly match. That's Uganda Cranes. They are planning for a friendly match with the Kuwati, and they have released the provisional squads. Kuwati, they will have a friendly match that will be on 19th of January, because Uganda also Confederations Cup is coming. The coach has said, what we have to do is we need to organize, since we have failed to qualify for AFCON, this is the 2024, I should also use the home-based players. Home-based players should be the one, and the provisional squad is full of home-based players and our own players who are based here in Uganda. They are not those ones playing international football. They are not those ones who are playing international. Mostly he wants to know how those players here who are based at home shall perform, and how they will perform actually in this friendly. So Kuwati is not actually a very big country that will scare us. They are not a very big threat to Uganda. If you try to see, so that's Uganda Cranes assistant coach Sam Nsimba with head coach, that's the Paul Puti. They credit actually when they have issued. Uganda Cranes will play an international friendly, as I told you, against Kuwait this month, with Uganda failing to qualify for AFCON 2023 that starts on 13th January. In Ivory Coast, FIFA decided to make use of this period and continue to have the team engaged. The provisional squad summoned by Coach Paul Put is purely composed of locally based players, considering that Sun is around the corner and also the 2025 AFCON qualifiers coming in March. So those players, homely-based players, the coach want to know how they will actually play. The squad summoned is a representation of players that performed well in the first round of the 2023-2024 Uganda Premier League. The game against Kuwati will be played on 19th January in Cairo. That will be in Egypt. So it shall not be here in Uganda. Some of them, that is notable names that have earned their maiden call for the senior national team include Rashid Okocha, who has done well at NEC FC. Others include Patrick Jonan Kakande, Alex Kitata, and Nicholas Mwere. Those are actually among some of the provisional squads that will play against Kuwait. When we try to see goalkeepers that they have taken, we are seeing Hannington Sebwalunyo from Maroons FC, Tom Ikara from Bull FC, then Joel, that's Mutakubwa from Bull Football Club. When you try to see defenders that have taken Kenneth Semakula from Sports Club Villa, Gavin Kizito Mugweri from Sports Club Villa, then Rashid Okocha from NEC Football Club, and then Patrick Baiga from Maroons Football Club, Rogers Torat, Vipers, and then Livingstone Mulondo from Vipers, Nicholas Mwere from Bull, and then Hudu Muliki from Uganda Revenue Authority. Those are defenders. And then midfielders, they have gone with Ronald, that's Sekikanda, Sport Club Villa, Siraf Mugume from KCCA FC, Bright Anukani from Vipers, and then Ramsey Kawoya from Express, Leban Tibita from Uganda Revenue Authority, Umar Lutalo from Sports Club Villa, Alan Oiros from Midad FC. And then if you try to see the forwards, they have taken Nelson Senkatuka from Soltilo Bright Stars FC, Alex Kitata from Bule FC, Dennis Omedi from Kitara Football Club, Usama Arafat from Osama Arafat Kiza from KCCA FC, Patrick Jonah Kakande from Sport Club Villa, then Muhammad Shaban from KCCA FC. Those are the provisional squads that are going to play against that is Kuwait on January 19th in Egypt as we prepare ahead of AFCON, that's 2025, and those players whom they have selected are those who have been performing very well in their respective clubs. So if you have not heard any name of any player from your respective clubs, just what you have to know is those ones are the ones who have been performing well, and especially who are based here in their respective clubs. Respective clubs, they are not actually from outside. We have only seen one player from Wydad Casablanca, that's in Morocco, who has featured here, but most of those who are here are actually the local based players. And I think our own Omedi from Kitara FC has represented us here from Bunyoro. He has represented us here from Bunyoro. He has been performing well, and he's among those who have managed to score very good goals for his club. That is Omedi. He has actually impressed, I think, the coach and the other committees who are actually right now spearheading Uganda's football league here. Let's pray that Uganda also, that will be like a motivational friendly game to actually sort out themselves as they prepare for that Confederations Cup and as well as AFCON 2025, since they missed the chance for this year's AFCON that shall kick off on that 13th Ivory Coast against Guinea. That will be on Saturday at exactly 10 p.m. where we shall be watching it live. If you have your screen at home, it will be either on FUFA TV or UBC. I know they may bring for you live, and you see the beauty of African football and your players you support basically here in actually Africa and your surrounding countries, though we do not make it to that level. So that's how things are supposed to be. Then when we try to go to Senegal AFCON 2023, that's the Sun Senegal, AFCON 2023, Sun Senegal, as I told you, successfully defend their crown. That's the Sun Senegal, successfully defended their crown. Some of you, as I told you, Sun Senegal, overview, Egypt 7-time winners of the AFCON trophy, Morocco, Nigeria, Ghana, Tunisia, Zambia, South Africa, and host Cote d'Ivoire, other countries that stand in Senegal's way for the title. When I try to see tournament 2023 African Cup of Nations, AFCON, duration, that's the 13th January to 11th February 2024, host country Cote d'Ivoire, venues, that's the Abidjan, Alassane Ouattara Stadium, Felix Houphouët Boigny Stadium, Bokere City. They have selected actually very big stadiums. There are around 6 where those AFCON is going to play. We are seeing Felix Houphouët Boigny Stadium. We are seeing Boke City, Stade de la Paix Stadium, Kongoro City, Amadou Gon, Gulabia Stadium, San Pedro City, Laurent Tipoko Stadium, Yamoussoukro City, Charles Khan Bane Stadium. So those are the stadiums which were selected and where the AFCON will take place there in Ivory Coast. Allow us go in for a short commercial break. We shall bounce back shortly. Don't touch your dial.
Welcome to Urban Massage Parlor and Spa. Dear customers, we are now open.
Massage is the practice of kneading or manipulating a person's muscles and other soft tissue in order to improve their well-being or health. It is a form of manual therapy that includes holding, moving, and applying pressure to the muscles, tendons, ligaments, and fascia. And at Urban Massage Parlor, we do this at an affordable price.
We'll be back from that short commercial break. We are talking whether AFCON 2023, whether Senegal successfully can defend their crown. Senegal, you know, they were the champions last time, and they went into finals with Egypt, where they managed to beat the Egyptian sons, the grandchildren of Pharaoh. So we saw Mane playing a tremendous game. When you try to see, it is not always easy for a country to defend it consecutively, apart from Egypt, who did it for several, like almost 3 times consecutively. But question is, shall Senegal defend their trophy, actually AFCON, that they won the other time against Egypt, and in Ivory Coast, shall they do it again? We have been seeing actually the tournament, that's 2023 AFCON of Nations, duration that will kick off on Saturday. As I told you earlier on, when you try to see African Cup of Nations, AFCON reigning champion Senegal face a stunned test of character as the tournament kicks off in a few days' time in Cote d'Ivoire. The Lions of Teranga come to the championship with huge expectations as they target a successful title defense. As I told you, it is not always easy to defend. The Lions of Teranga, led by former international Aliou Cissé. Senegal has a array of stars led by Sadio Mane of Al Nassr Sports Club. The man is now there. The person whom you knew in Liverpool is now in Al Nassr. This time around, Saudi Arabian clubs have taken a lot of players. They are dissing money like there is no tomorrow. Other key players include goalkeeper Edouard Mendy from El Hilal, Fode Ballo-Touré from Fulham, Musa Nkakia from Nottingham Forest, Idrissa Guna Gueye from Everton, Crepin Diate from Monaco. We have Limana Ndia from Marseille, Nicolas Jackson from Chelsea, and Ismail Sarr from Marseille, among other players. Mane and the rest of his teammates will be expected to produce their game as the strength for their defend title. Egypt, 7-time winners of the AFCON trophy. Morocco, Nigeria, Ghana, Tunisia, Zambia, South Africa, and host Cote d'Ivoire are other countries that stand in Lions' way for the title. Those are very big countries. They are also there. They are saying, you know, you shall not defend it when we are also here doing something there. We need to put book history on paper. Senegal is pulled in Group C alongside 3 other Western African countries, Cameroon, Guinea, and Gambia, and will be based in that Yamoussoukro city at the Charles Konani Bane Stadium. In Group A, host Cote d'Ivoire will face with Nigeria, Equatorial Guinea, and Guinea-Bissau. Record champions Egypt will square up against Ghana, Cape Verde, and Mozambique in Group B. So when you try to see Algeria, Burkina Faso, Mauritania, and Angola are in Group D. Group E has Tunisia, Mali, South Africa, and Namibia. When you go to another pre-tournament favorite, Morocco is pulled in Group F alongside Democratic Republic of Congo, Zambia, and Sekafa regional only representative Tanzania. The tournament will officially kick off on 13th January and close on 11th February 2024. Venues, there are 5 cities that will host this tournament. The capital, that's Abidjan, has 2 stadiums. We have Alassane Ouattara Olympic Stadium of Mbipe and Felix Houphouët Boigny Stadium. That's in the city of Abidjan. There is Bokeke City, Stade de l'Axe Stadium. And then we have Gogo City, Amadou Gulabe Stadium. And then we have San Pedro City, Laurenti Poco Stadium. And Yamoussoukro City, Charles Konan Bane Stadium. So those are the stadiums in the city. When you try to see the groups, we have A, Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, Equatorial Guinea, and Guinea-Bissau. Group B, we have Egypt, Ghana, Cape Verde, Mozambique. Group C, we have Senegal, Cameroon, Guinea, and then the Gambia. Group D, we have Algeria, Burkina Faso, Mauritania, Angola. Group E, we have Tunisia, Mali, South Africa, Namibia. Group F, Morocco, Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, Zambia, and Tanzania. Those are actually the groups for AFCON. If you have not heard the name of your country, just that they have not qualified, and pray for them that next time they are among. So our own Uganda is among those who will not actually feature in this AFCON 2024. Uganda is not there, but preparations are going on. They're organizing a number of friendly matches where they want to position themselves so that in 2025, if they are to qualify, they will start on high gear by beating clubs like there is no tomorrow. When we try to go and see that is the Kutuka Mwere and the Kawoto team of the Uganda Premier League first round. I've told you that I've been awarding players here in Uganda, and we have seen now 2 players. That's Kutuka Mwere and Kawos. They are actually being linked as the Kawos team of the Uganda Premier League first round. First round has ended. Now here I'm seeing the guy is seriously celebrating. He's from none other than Bull Nicholas Mwere, Credit Bull FC. The 2023 that's the 2024 Star Times Uganda Premier League first half came to end on Sunday, with all teams now having played 15 matches. When trying to see, the season has so far thrown up plenty of shocking surprises at all ends of the table, sparking competitiveness in the combined best for 4 divisions. Bull lead the table against all odds, while the perennial contenders KCCA are into the bottom of half, with newly promoted Kitara and the next showing sign of seasoned Premier League campaigners. There is even a chance a new name could be etched onto the trophy, with the Bull Kitara silencing critics so far with their performance. All said and done, here is the team of the season so far, as picked by our own. That was picked by Ismail Kinyonga. Actually, as Kawo's Premier League team of the season, actually first round, the lucky that's the custodian has been that is a mastermind for most of Bull's 10 victories, with his antics between the posts. Ikara finally looks like the talented goalkeeper KCCA snapped up from Busoga United 5 years ago. And then his performance have kept international goalkeeper Joel Mutakubwa on the bench, and has so far kept 6 clean sheets and conceded just 12 goals. Only Villa and Express have let it less 11. So when you try to go to this one, ever present at the heart of Kitara defense and done well, that's the Magandazi has played with different partners and still looked at the leaders, who doesn't only toil, attacks with his good reading, but also goes man to man. So those are some of the Uganda Premier League players for the first round of the season, the ones I've mentioned. If your player does not feature there, just know that he was not selected. So we are talking about the Magandazi, defender of Kitara, has also featured there. His value to the team became more visible after the injury to experienced Benjamin Nyakojo, as he was left slandering more responsibility than ever before, but has risen into the challenge admirably. When you try to see here, Patrick Baiga also credited from Maroons. It is almost impossible for the striker to get past Baiga because of his imposing stature and his presence at the back of Maroons, explains the side's performance so far. Baiga reads the game well, good in the air, and is fantastic on the ground. Besides, he is a good leader who commands his teammates with calmness, so he is not here by mistake. And then another one is Nicholas Mwere from Bull. There is a good chance Bull can break the barrier and become champion of the first time in history, but only Mwere keeps fit and his form. He is one of the team's most important players at the moment, excelling at both ends of the pitch. The Gande defender scores at creates goals and also defends with belief, power and brain. Then we also have Patrick Kakande from Sports Club Villa. It is scary how such a young man has soldered the team of Villa's stature and the moment. Kakande is very unplayable, confident to take on any opposing player and creates very good chances for his teammates. There is no ceiling on his talent, which so far been well managed by Dusan Stovanik, and if Villa is to end along with for the 17th title, then Kakande should stay fit and keep improving as a young player. We have Rashid Okota from NEC also. The 2022-23 season was miserable for Okota as he served a lengthy ban following disciplinary issues and got relegated with Onduparaka. However, he looks a changed man both on and off the pitch and has been a key figure under Hussein Mbalangu at NEC, enjoying a new lease of life. He has menacing to the opposing fullbacks, and his crossing has been excellent with the over Crowell Romeo and Brian Kayanja are the biggest beneficiaries. We saw Waswa, that's credit John Blonde. Then Waswa got a chance to impress at Express Albert on loan after failing to make the grade at KCCA, and has gradually carved out a reputation as one of the most complete midfielder in the league. That's a replacement of the we saw at Villa a couple of seasons ago. His full potential appears to be unlocked, and the fearless and disciplined group at Wankulukuku seems to be held together by Waswa, who is equally proficient and closing down attacks as he is pushing the team forward with his progressive style on the ball. He makes the Red Eagles tick and has also chipped in with goals and assists while showing off his impressive range from set piece of his form could earn him a recall at Lugogo. Then we have also seen Paulo Muteruz from Kitara Football Club. Yes, Muteruz is a seasoned campaigner with a league title at KCCA and Vipers, as well as playing on the continent. He turned down offers from the Prenol Premier League side to join Kitara, then the FUFA Big League, and been key in helping the side surprise to return to the division. He has scored 5 goals so far and looks excellent, but whenever Kitara gets a free kick on the edge, so he's also good. We also have Abraham Tumusibire from Maroons. Tumusibire talent has never been in doubt, but looks finally the lead with skill and efficiency. So some of those are the players. We have Nelson Senkutuka from Bright Stars. We also have Alexi Kitata from Bull. Those are actually some of the players. Then when we see Honorable Menson, Muhammad Saban, KCCA, Freddy Amaku, Maroons, Gaddafi, Wahabu, Arua Hills, Hassan Senyondo, Wakiso Giants, Jerome Kiria Martin from Aprem Bull, Yunus Sentam from Vipers, Usama Arafat from KCCM, Isaac Wagino Express, Arnold Odom from Sports Club Villa. So those were some of the players that actually performed well at the first round of the Uganda Premier League. They actually performed very, very well, and if you have not heard, maybe you will just have to know that that one did not go well with your actually what was supposed to be. So when we try to go to sports tourism about Commonwealth, from there we shall start about sport tourism from Commonwealth. Allow us to go a bit of commercial break, we shall bounce back.
Welcome to Urban Massage Parlor and Spa. Dear customers, we are now open.
Massage is the practice of kneading or manipulating a person's muscles and other soft tissue in order to improve their well-being or health. It is a form of manual therapy that includes holding, moving, and applying pressure to the muscles, tendons, ligaments, and fascia. And at Urban Massage Parlor we do at an affordable
Welcome to Urban Massage Parlor and Spa. Dear customers, we are now open.
Massage is the practice of kneading or manipulating a person's and other soft tissue in order to improve their well-being or health. It is a form of manual therapy that includes holding, moving, and applying pressure to the muscles, tendons, ligaments, and fascia. And at Urban Massage Parlor we do this at an affordable price.
Yes, we'll be back from that short commercial break as we are talking on before. So we'll be back from that. We are talking about the players who performed very well in Uganda Premier League at the end of the first round. Things have been going on well, and indeed, as I told you, if you didn't hear the name of your player, just know that he did not perform very well, and it should be actually like a very good doing part for them to do. So going to golf, we are talking about sports tourism. When it comes to tourism, we are talking about sports tourism. Commonwealth delegates and enjoy golf at Serena and Entebbe. We have been seeing our Deputy Speaker Tayebwa enjoying golf. You know, golf actually needs a very fresh mind. It's a game that doesn't need stress. So when you are ever stressed and you're not organized for that activity of sport, then definitely you don't need to go for it. Otherwise, you'll be embarrassed. So talking about sports tourism, Commonwealth delegation enjoy golf at Serena Entebbe. Deputy Speaker, that's the Speaker of the Parliament of Uganda, retired Honorable, that's Thomas Tayebwa, was joined by retired Honorable Sinkia Peng, the Speaker of Parliament of Singapore, and retired Honorable, that's Fatehin Vikalihi, the Speaker of Parliament of Togo, that's Tonga, and the golf course at Lake Victoria Serena Golf Resort and Spa Kigo, as well as Entebbe Club. So when you try to see, golf remains one of the key elite and gentlemen's sports disciplines in the recreation ecosystem. It is one game for networking, getting the players as they go about their business for around or two around the golf course. On the sidelines of the 27th Speaker and the presiding officers of the Commonwealth in Uganda, the delegates took to the golf course at the breeze, taking pictures, Lake Victoria Serena Golf Resort and Spa in Kigo and Entebbe Club in Wakiso district. Led by the host, the Deputy Speaker of the Parliament of Uganda, retired Honorable Thomas Tayebwa, the delegate perfected their mojo with the decent swing, chips approach, and the elegant putting hole after hole to the perfection. Retired Honorable Tayebwa was joined by retired Honorable Sin Kian Peng, the Speaker of Parliament of Singapore, and retired Honorable Fatehi Vikalini, the Speaker of Parliament of Tonga. Yes, some of you may not know where Tonga is. The trio were later joined by Japan Ambassador to Uganda, that is Fukazawa Hedimoto, for another round in Entebbe. That was actually on Sunday. Of course, it goes without a saying, as the golfing business progressed with discussion about the various topics continued. We had a very good round of golf with the delegation sports tourism. Specifically, golf could attract high net worth investors to Uganda. The speakers promised to return to the Uganda with their families for tourism. Retired Honorable Tayebwa commented, tourism is one of the departments in Uganda here where people get a lot of money, and it is the one of the things that generates a lot of income to the Ugandan economy. The delegates also visited the other places as the Quality Chemical Factory and Uganda Wildlife Education Center, that's UWEC, in Entebbe, where they freely interacted with the wild animals that are kept at the zoo for rehabilitation and education purposes. These Commonwealth delegates also planted different species of trees to foster environmental conversation. Such a conference aims to maintain, foster, and encourage impartiality and fairness on the part of speakers and the presiding officers of Parliament, and promote knowledge and understanding of preliminary and democracy. The topics of discussion ranged from environment, climate change, and the role of Parliament, diverse and change, and the role of Parliament, diverse and inclusive Parliament, youth and gender sensitivity, security measures for parliamentarians and parliaments, health and well-being, support in parliaments, and the role of speakers and presiding officers. Meanwhile, India has been confirmed as the next host for the 28th Conference of Commonwealth Speakers and Presiding Officers. They are here in Uganda. I think it is going to be very fantastic one. So some of the journalists like us, you are supposed to go to Kardasi Serena, that's the hotel, and pick your accreditation card, where they are going to give you, if you know your journalist and you are going to cover that, You are supposed to go to Serena. The closing actually on Wednesday, that's tomorrow, for the local journalists here in Uganda. When you know you are going to cover that, you have to go to Serena. They accredit you, and some of those accreditation cards, you have to return them on daily basis. On daily basis, you have to go and pick it from Serena, you return it back. So for international, they are only being given to 24 journalists who are coming from outside. That's Uganda. Only to 24 journalists, but for Uganda, they have given to 200, over to 200 journalists. So the lucky ones, please, you have to go and pick your accreditation card. The deadline is tomorrow. Beyond that, you just go for a postmortem. So Commonwealth, and we are seeing here golf is a very serious, and Taheba, Deputy Speaker, they're enjoying it here ahead of this delegates conference that's going to take place in Serena Conference Hall. From there, we as media, we shall also be going for some conduct interviews that will be at the Media Center based there in the hearts of Kampala. It is not easy, but those lucky ones, try your best and go and pick your accreditation card, or else don't go there to be embarrassed and be arrested by SFCs, because that is a delegate where people come from all over the coast of the world. When you don't qualify, please usiende huko au utaona matatizo. So that is briefly about the conference and golf, how they are embracing and how it is helping the tourism of Uganda. Going straight, yesterday we heard that is a round of FA Cup match between Manchester United and Wigan Athletics. Before that, I've actually been following Man United. I cannot recall when Wigan last beat Manchester United, because whenever they meet, it is just win for Man United, years and years and years. So Wigan need real miles, extra miles, to beat Manchester United amidst the quality of players they might be having. But indeed, United has ever been hesitant for those guys of Wigan Athletics since under that's Roberto Di Matteo, who actually after there went and coached Everton. He crossed and said, no, let me try also Belgium. That's national team. Things failed. They were there with Thierry Henry. Some of you who knew him in Arsenal, he was very instrumental and a very good striker. But all in all, they said, Akuna, what we are doing is Manyanga, please pack your blankets and whatever you came with, try elsewhere, because we are not seeing Belgium going beyond a quarter final. People need results. So Wigan, they lost it to Man United yesterday at their JB Stadium by 2-0. We saw a goal courtesy from Dalot, a Portuguese international, wired it inside. And then Bruno Fernandes, bad man also from Portugal, came and finished it by 2-0. A very fantastic penalty there. The keeper called Tico. That name of the goalkeeper really amused me. Is called Tico, but he did not tickle the ball outside. United convincingly beat Wigan by 2-0. Now today we are seeing a very good and also impressive game between Chelsea, the struggling team, up against Middlesbrough. Michael Carrick will be for the semi-final of that is Carabao Cup. There will be it is going to be very interesting. Chelsea up against Middlesbrough. You normally see those teams from Championship. They come and disappoint and embarrass some of those big teams. For them, they know that could be the only chance for them to get a trophy, and they die with someone. Come and buy afazali draw. But when you always give a chance for such a clubs to score a goal against you, then you know it will be through maybe using arc to remove them from that struggle where they need to add another goal. So Middlesbrough up against Chelsea. Chelsea has been struggling, and some of those players also, they are planning to go for AFCON. People like Jackson and whatever, they are already in the camp. But who the reliable strikers? Chelsea, Arsenal, and Man United. Those are the clubs that are struggling to get actually a very good strikers. Chelsea doesn't have strikers. Man United doesn't have people who can convert in goals there where you can say that now this one is on the bench. If this one is to come, is going to score for us a goal. They are not there. And also Arsenal, they are just gambling. Those of Nketiah, they are there just for formality. We are seeing Gabriel Jesus. They are doing nothing. So Now they are talking Man United wants to go in for Karim Benzema to come as a striker, but Arsenal, why couldn't Arsenal really go for Karim Benzema if they think that they want to Premier League and they are competing? Karim Benzema will be a very good striker for Arsenal if they are to sign that man, and if they are to bring, I think, Karim Benzema, Arsenal could take the trophy. But now he's from El Etihad, he wants to come to Manchester United. He is talking of him, but a club like Arsenal, they are talking about those of Gabriel Jesus. They are talking about actually Arsenal amidst having Gabriel Jesus. They are talking about the player who is actually playing, that's Anthony, who is playing for Brentford. So to me, I see Gabriel Jesus is better than even Anthony. Ivan Anthony, he is very better, Gabriel Jesus. So Arsenal, I don't know what they exactly want, but I think they need strikers if they are to compete with Manchester City, and they think they are among the contenders for this year's 2024. That's the Premier League, English Premier League. So for you who has been following us right from the time we started, that's from 4, it is now exactly 5 p.m. I thank and appreciate whoever has been with us. Thank you very much, and always remember to follow us, share our links from our respective platforms, that's Facebook and also YouTube as Elkem TV. We appreciate, we love you so much. Catch me again, that's next week, that's Tuesday, the same time, the same presenter, and all my teams here. I'm out of here. Just wish you a very blessed evening. If God wishes, we meet again on Tuesday. Kwaheri.